recording. These calls will just be focused on that. So I'm going to send you guys a link when we get off, and it's a Josh Coates. I don't know if I've sent it to you guys before. I can like hear myself echoing, or it's a TV. Is it a TV? I'm echoing. That's so annoying. Okay. Anyway, it's a Josh Coates, and it is it's really good. And I'm gonna send it to you guys. It's not that long. You guys have to watch it, and it's about recruiting and getting out of your own way. So Kelsey, I don't know if you've watched that one before, but some things that I took away that I just wanted to talk about with you guys from his call is he talks about intentionality. And what that means is he talks about how nothing in life happens on accident, like that everything, if we want something, we're going to like set an intention. And we're going to make a plan, and we're going to go after it, and we're going to make it happen because we want something. So whether that's like, Tiffany, I'm just staring at you right now, planning a wedding, or like going on a honeymoon, or just something, like whatever you want in your wedding, like you're going to make that happen, right? Because it's something that you want. So you're going to make it happen. And he talks about how anything you want to be successful at, you're going to find a way. So obviously I wanted to be a teacher, and I found a way to become a teacher. I wanted to be a health and fitness coach. I found a way to be a health and fitness coach because it's something that I want to do. And you follow through with it. And he says that's the difference between people just wanting something and sitting there, which I kind of laughed because I was a little guilty. And he talks about how you just follow through, and how some people are like, this call was on a Beachbody call. So he was talking to us Beachbody coaches, but he was saying how some coaches, and I'm guilty of it too, are like, like Becky has so many more followers than me. And Becky has just way more of an outgoing personality, and she's so pretty, and she's so much more successful at this than me. And I do it too. And that's not the case. Like the only difference between Becky and myself and you guys is she came up with a plan and she's following through with it. So I do the same thing. Like I'm also like, realistically, like Ashley is our freaking high up person, and I see her stuff all the time, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like how, girlfriend? But then I'm like, stop doing that. Like stop comparing. So that's a big thing that I was getting out of this. Another thing is, if you don't think you're worthy of being a successful coach or a diamond or a 2-star or running your own team, which we're going to talk about, find someone that is worthy. So in this case, Tiffany, it would be Aria, and Kelsey and Tiffany down there, like a Brady Bunch family. It would be your spouse or your fiance or your parents or just someone. So a lot of people are like, well, I'm not worthy of this. Like I stink. Like I'm not a good coach, and I can't do this. Find someone that makes this worthy. So for me, that's McKinley, obviously, and my husband. Like this whole month has just been not a good month. And there's been a ton of days that I'm like, I just don't want to do anything. But like I have been, because I'm just like, I have to. Like I don't want to go back to work. So I'm going to use McKinley. Like I'm doing this for McKinley. So for anyone sitting on this call that thinks you're not what you all are, amazing people and coaches, but if you're going to sit there and be like, I'm just not good at this, find someone that's going to make this worth your time and make you be worthy and make you want to do your best at being a Beachbody coach. And then it's going to kind of fall into place for you. Another thing he talked about, which you guys are going to watch this video, but I just pulled these because I thought they were awesome, and then we can talk about them, is he said, how can we be successful in your business if you're not intentional? And by that, he means, which I think a lot of us struggle, you can't become a diamond or grow your business unless you ask people. You just can't do it. Like you can't, right? You have to ask people. And something that I just really took away from this is and I'm the same way, we get so worried about what everyone thinks. And you can sit here and say, you don't, Krista, like, yeah, right. Like you're hitting SC. It's like, but I'm the same way. Yes, I do. But think about it. All of these people that you're scared of, that you're seeing on Facebook and Instagram, for the half the time, you're not going to see them ever again in your life. So you reach out to them and you're talking and they reject you. Okay. Like move on. Don't take that to heart. But I feel like a lot of us are struggling because we're not asking and we're missing that opportunity, or the conversation dies out, or the conversation drags on and then it's gone, where it should be you're just talking to a friend, right? Because the people that we're adding, we like them, like we want to be friends with them. So he made that a big point. Like, he wrote, stop making up reasons of why you're not successful, and just, you guys, you just have to do it. So he said a lot of times, you guys aren't really guilty of this, but a lot of times we spend so much time doing really stupid stuff and we think that's working. So for instance, like sitting there for 5 hours a day being like, what am I going to post about? And what should I write about? And what color should my Instagram story be today? And should I add glitter or this and that? And should I tag someone? Or like, and it's like, that's not working. Like, you're wasting so much time just trying to come up with a post, when it's like, it should just be anything you want. Just be you, right? So for those of us that are like, I got to make this really cool graphic and I got to talk on my Insta story and do polls and this and that and make colors, like, that's awesome. But like, how much time are you wasting? You're wasting a ton and you're not working. That's not working. That's not power houring. That's you wasting time doing really stupid stuff. And I'm not trying to be mean, but you are. Like, sometimes when I'm sitting here making our Success Club board, I'm like, I feel like I'm wasting so much time. Like, I'm scrolling, but it's like, I'm doing that because that's part of my job. Like, I could hire someone to do that, but I'm OCD and I don't want anyone to do that. But when it comes to like graphics and like for stuff, like, you guys, don't waste your time on that. Like, be adding and inviting and connecting and following up with people instead of worrying about, like, if it's taking you 3 hours to make a post for the day, move on. Like, don't make a post, move on and come back and it can be anything, right? Because we talked about this. It doesn't have to be fitness. It can be anything because people want to know you're a normal person. But that's just stuff I got from him. He talks about how, which we talk about all the time, but I wrote it because it like stuck out to me. If you're talking about, and we said this before, if you can talk about Beachbody in a way that people are going to be like, okay, for like, he talks about a restaurant. Like, if you can talk about Beachbody the way you would talk about a restaurant and get someone that's driving down the road to see Burger King, I don't know, and be like, ooh, Kelsey was talking about that place. I need to try this place because she said it was so good. You should be able to do the same thing with your company. So whether that's a product, a workout program, or the community, you should always be talking about any of that. And you can talk about community, like we've said, money. You guys, you can be making a $20 paycheck. That's still $20 you did not have. And no one needs to know that. Like, I never talk about money. I get super uncomfortable about it, but like, no one knows how much, like, it doesn't matter. Like, I can literally say, I had enough money this year to go Christmas shopping and not feel guilty, or I could go I'm not telling you how much money I spent, but I'm telling you that it was money I didn't have before, or just something. So, and I don't want to say like fake it till you make it, because you are making money, but stuff like that. Talk about the community. I know you haven't been on the retreat or summit or anything, but we do team calls and you're in a team thread and you're getting recognized on team pages. Like, that's still a community, but that also is why you're here on this call, because you're running and you guys need to experience what I have, right? Like, you need to go diamond. You need to be on these retreats. Summit is huge, but just because you haven't hit that yet doesn't mean you can't talk about it. You can talk about all of this stuff, but you should be every day throwing something in. So whether that's money, you guys are pretty good about our workouts. Obviously, we all film ourselves working out. I think that's awesome. Even if you're doing like 2 clips a day, that's it. Like, sometimes I'm like, I feel like I do too much. And then these people are like, I don't even need to buy this program. She legit has shown me every single workout for 8 weeks. So we're good on the 4. But I feel like if you're just doing a little bit here and there and talking about something to do with what you're working, like the company, then that's all it takes. And you guys are going to grow. But you have to ask. You have to ask people. And if you're not asking, you guys, all of you on this call right now, and Alyssa, you're going to just sit. You're going to sit at Emerald. I'm not lying. Like, we have to be asking and growing. And a way to grow is by discount coaches and business builders. But without them, you're never going to go anywhere, right? And a runner is taking this seriously. And, as much as I've said, this month sucked. Like, I hate August. I literally hate August. And it's been hard and stuff's still going on with myself and my family. And it's like, I showed up. I still am showing up for you guys because who are you going to go to, if anything? Like, you guys are my number one why. My family, my challengers, right? Like, so the second that something bad happens, we all just want to be like, oh, what, we throw Beachbody on the back burner. And it's like, this is not even like my job. Like, I'm going to go do something else, or we get busy or this and that. But you guys are in this pod for a reason, and it's, you can't do that anymore. So if Beachbody is something that you're ready to be like, I am so busy this month and I have this going on, or I got fired from my job and life just sucks right now and I can't do Beachbody, then this isn't the pod for you, right? Because this is the pod for girls that want to be here, and you can manage it. You guys, you're just working an hour a day. That's it. That's all you're doing. I'm not asking you for 6, 7 hours. I don't even do that. But if that's something that we need to like really think about, like, it took a lot for me to show up this month, and you can tell by my numbers. Like, I'm sitting at SC10 and Mike is sitting at SC6. Like, those aren't normal numbers for me, but I made it a goal to still show up, and I'm not done. And we have what, like 4 days left? If that, like 4. And I'm like, tonight I have links going out, and tomorrow I have a couple girls to hit, to talk with, to reach out, follow up. I can't even talk, but does that make sense? So if you're sitting there like, I'm going to put Beachbody on the back burner whenever something gets tough or whenever life gets hard, you have to change your momentum here, right? Because you are in the running pod. And if the running pod isn't for you, that's something we can talk about. But you're all here, and we all started this pod for a reason. So that is my 2 cents about growing and kind of giving you guys some notes and kind of just talking your ear off. But the main thing from this is you're all hitting SC. You've all hit SC last month. You should be asking, and I say this like a broken record, you should be giving your challengers 1 week, before offering them a discount. Every time, whenever something new happens, you need to go right back through. I make posts all the time in my challenge groups. I go through people that are still ordering. I've gone through girls that have stopped ordering. What I'm trying to even think. Oh, a lot of girls that are coming up on the renewal. Even if you haven't been coaching a year, you still have your renewal. You can go through all of those people and tell them like, hey, you're coming up for your renewal. We have this promo going on. Cancel your renewal and sign back up at the challenge pack. And hey, while you're at it, like, you've already tried the stuff, and then talk about the discount. But you have to talk about it. If you're not talking about it, you're never going to get discount coaches. And that's where I'm looking at your guys' numbers, and you guys are still, I mean, we're at like 2, 3, like, you should be, by September, you guys should at least have, you should be adding realistically 2 to 3 coaches a month if you're wanting to like legit grow your business and reach a goal. So if you're not adding at least 1 to 2, you're not growing. And then you're not making an income. And then at the end of the day, you're going to sit there and be like, was this really worth all my time? Because this is time consuming. I get it. But that should be a goal of yours. So if that's something that you want to ask me about or we have questions on, but like, to be successful, at least two coaches a month. And looking at us right now, well, Kelsey, you have 1. We need to get you guys business builders, but it's like our whole team. It's not just you guys. There's only a couple of us that have girls. So I don't know if you guys aren't talking about it. I don't know if you are talking about it and girls are just blowing you off, but that's something that we can chat about right now. But you need business builders. I mean, we have our husband's account, obviously, right? But you're still going to need 1 more person to go Emerald. You can't do that with just your husband. So what do we have questions about that? Discount coaches, business builders, how to get them.
So I actually watched that. I don't know if it was in Ashley's thread, the little like 15-minute video saying, I think I talked to you a little bit about it, that collections, and then message him saying like, I love your page. We have a lot in common. Are you a coach? So I've actually been starting to implement that, and I'm getting ghosted completely. I had one girl reach back out to me saying no, that she's not a coach, and then we're still talking, but other than that, no one else is even responding. So I don't know if that's the best way to do it, or if maybe I should kind of still make those collections of people that I think that would be great coaches and then build the relationship up a little bit before I ask. I don't know. I'm just not finding much.
So I think you and I did talk about this, but I know I have I can't sit here and preach to you guys when I haven't even watched it yet. I've just been slacking on my training videos. I still haven't watched that, but I have watched some of it. I've talked to in our Diamond thread about it. MK even made a comment about it. That is just not what I do. That's not what a lot of coaches do. I think a couple coaches even commented, I just feel when you say that to someone, I feel like it's very, and not you because you were trying it, because I know you and I were like, we'll give it a go, see what happens. I feel like when you try that on someone, they've gotten it all the time, because that's how I would get messaged all the time when I was doing Tone It Up. I would always get, hey girl, I love your feet. Are you a coach too? And I'm like, what? No. A coach for what? And then it took me a while because I was getting them all the time. So I would stop doing that because it is kind of cold. And I think she even mentions that, it is cold inviting. You are cold inviting these people.
Right.
Even if you're not saying, hey girl, sign up with me, but that's still a cold invite. So you just looking at their page and saying hey, how are you? I love your page. Are you a coach? I feel like in their mind, they're kind of you know what I'm saying? That's not genuine. So
I'll say it doesn't feel authentic whatsoever when I was
don't do it.
Oh yeah, I was thinking it wasn't going. That's why I was thinking of maybe still doing the collections of people who I would think would make a great coach, just so I have them in the back burner. But then start working on building that relationship before throwing the coaching opportunity out there. But at least I have little collections of girls. I'm oh yeah, I think they would be a great coach.
Yeah, and honestly, all of my coaches on my downline have all came from challengers. I have 3 girls right now I'm talking to, and it's just, I feel it's just not genuine, and they're wanting to know about coaching, and we're talking about coaching, but that's so hard for me because I'm well, I still need to explain what a challenge pack is. You don't even know what our workouts are, and you're asking what that's just hard for me. So I get really jumbled. I'm kind of even the one just now, she was I don't even know. She was asking me a ton of questions, and I've added her to the coach sneak peek, always adding the coach sneak peek. I've done stuff like that, but I'm even this is so hard for me because you don't even know what our programs or our Shakeology tastes like. So now I'm trying to backtrack. You know what I'm saying? And but that's the thing, you guys, if you're showing up, it's a perfect example. These 2 girls that messaged me within the last week, I don't even know who they are. I legit had to accept their message because I don't know who they are. And it's because I'm posting every day. I'm showing up every day. I'm talking in my Insta stories. If you're doing that, half your job is already done for you. So you don't need to sit there and be oh my God, I need to come up with this 5-hour post and I need to talk on my Insta stories 30 times a day. No, I haven't been talking that much on my Insta story because I am not in the best of places right now. So why am I going to sit there and be fake on my Insta story? I'm not. So I'm doing enough to get me by and enough to say, oh, she's still working out. Or if you're just now following me, oh, she's doing something what's she doing? So these people have been within the last 2 weeks, and it's just because I'm doing what I should be doing. So if you're doing that, they're already going to see that, right? And that's why I think being hey girl, are you a coach too? I think that they're already she's a coach. You know what I'm saying? She is a coach. Because they can tell by looking at your page, which is not a bad thing. They should be able to know that you're doing fitness. So I would not do that anymore. If it's not authentic, Kelsey, you can't do it. You can't, because these people they want to trust you and sign up with you. And they're going to know the second that they're under you, that they're that's not how she was, you know what I mean? That wasn't her. So that's why with those scripts that Ashley or whoever came up with and sent them, you guys tweak those, because if you're talking like that and inviting, the second that they're in your challenge group, they're going to be this is not who, this is not our conversation. Does that make sense? You have to be you, because it is I've tried using scripts, or I've kept Ashley or someone's challenge group, and I could even tell, I'm like, that is not how I talk. Like, I'm sarcastic and I like jab at people and this and that. Like, this isn't me. And they know that. Like, they're signing up with you for a reason. So if it's not genuine or authentic and you feel weird, I would stop doing it. And just my personal opinion, I find coaches come from challengers. It's not awkward. It's not like, I don't know. I think it's easier. Like, there's been a lot of your guys' challengers in Lift 4 or something. I've even been like, that girl would be such a good coach because they're already doing it. So I would really start looking at challengers. But again, it comes with SC. Like, you have to get people to sign up for them to be a good coach, right? So that's kind of easier. But that's not to say you can't Instagram someone that would be a really good coach. But I feel like that conversation is a little harder. So me personally, I always start off with like the challenge pack. And you'll get some that are like, I'll sign up and try it. But like, even right now, my conversations I feel are just getting messy because I'm like, you don't know what Shakeology is because you don't know this stuff. Like, so now we have to backtrack. So it's whatever you're comfortable with, but I would stop that. I would just do what you're doing. Go after your challengers. Anyone else? Tiffany Noble, super quiet.
Can you hear me?
Now.
You can?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I have a hard time explaining the discount to people because you explain the discount, but then you have to charge them for it.
Yep. So I say that right away. So
how do I position that? Do what?
So what are you saying to people?
I haven't been asking because I don't know how to overcome you have to pay $15 a month. Because they're going to say, like the one girl, the Emerald, the only girl under me, she's like, why do I have to pay $15 a month for this discount? So why, like, I don't understand. I don't understand that myself. I understand it if you're buying like a ton of stuff, but what if you're only buying Recover and Shake, like the Recover and Energize, but it's $15 a month?
So that $15 fee, which you should know this because you're paying it, it's just your business fee. So it's just for you to like, because realistically, Beachbody does not understand the difference between any of those labels that we're making up for each other. So Beachbody does not say, oh, okay, you're a hobby coach. Okay, you're a discount coach. Oh, you're a business builder. Those are not real. Like, we have made those up as Beachbody coaches because it signifies what you are. So Beachbody has no idea that, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm hitting Success Club or I'm not, Beachbody doesn't know that. They don't know what I am. Like, they're not messing around with hobby discount. So the only reason that they're getting charged is because it's a business fee. So you're getting charged because if you notice, we all sign up the same way, right? No matter what kind of coach we are, we sign up the same way. So technically your discount coaches can build a Beachbody profile, what else do you get? You get that little kit. That's why your discount coaches get the little starter kit that we all got. Remember that like coach kit? And then it's for tax reasons. So they're only going to tax you when you start making money. So,
but basically it's just like a monthly membership.
Yeah, it's just like, it's a monthly business fee because they're charging you to like, we don't make them, but you can make a profile on Beachbody. So anyone can get on Beachbody on demand and like be looking around and they can come across your profile because you made one when you first signed up. And they could be like, oh, her and I have a lot in common. And then they can sign up underneath you. So that's why Beachbody, when you first signed up, they made you add a picture and you could put a little info part.
That makes sense if I want to build a business, but
they don't know. Like it's just in that stuff. It's just their business fee.
It just is. Okay.
Which, I mean, I know that's not really helping your question, but the way that I tell them is, and this is what I just say, like, are you liking what you're drinking? Yeah, I love it. Okay, cool. So what we're going to do is and I was telling Tracy Baker this the other day, who freaking signed on 4 in one night. Cause I was like, stop freaking asking them. Like, stop asking them. Tell them, hey, you are literally paying $140+. Like, you can save 25% off and never pay full price again. I'm like, so that's what Teresa was doing. She was like, well, okay, I'm like, no, you have to just tell them. So this is literally what I say. Like, hey girl, I just wanted to check in. How are you liking everything? Oh, I love it. I love Shakeology. It's so good. Okay. So what we're going to do is we are going to switch you to the 25% option. Or discount. And I say, you're going to get 25% off what you're drinking now. You are going to get 25% off anything you buy, Beach Bar, Shakeology, whatever. And then I'm going to say, it's $99 for your Shako. There is a $15 business fee. And together, that's included in your 25% off. So you're still paying $116. Okay, I'll be 1,000% honest. I don't even say that anymore. I don't even say it. I literally say, okay, then let's switch you to the discount. You're getting 25% off. I always send the graphic. Always. So then they can never come back at me. And Tiffany, I promise you, I've been doing this over a year. I have never, ever had a girl come back to me and be like, why am I getting charged $15? Because I'm upfront with them. Whereas Ali Tessitore, remember this video that I had like such an issue with, and I was like pissed, was lying to people and was basically just like, hey girl, I'm going to make you a VIP customer and you're going to sign on, and never even talking about fit. And I was like, that is such a freaking scam. That's why MLM companies get such a bad rap. That's like bullshit. I was like so annoyed because I'm like, how do you not tell them they're getting $15 taken out of their bank account? Like, so I don't do that, but I also have just noticed that the more you're going to start word vomiting and being like, well, like you're going to get, and this and that, and it's your business fee, and you don't have to be a coach. It's like, don't even do it. I literally just say, do you like what you're drinking? Cool. Let's switch you over. You're going to get 25% off. And then I'm going to send them that graphic and I'm going to say, there is that $15 fee. Like, and half the time they don't care because they're already seeing $99 for Shakeology and $116 total. That's still 25% off of the $130 or $135, whatever it comes out to be. So I would just start, and honestly, like you just, like you even said yourself, you're not asking because you're uncomfortable, but don't. Yeah. Like, I promise you, and I will help you in these conversations. You will never get a person as long as you're sending that one graphic. And now I just send the black and green one that tells them what a discount coach is, because I even have to go through that. I promise you're not coaching, you're not making any sales, but to save time and word vomiting, because I feel like less is more. And I feel like you, just in general talking to you, I can tell you're hesitant by the way you even said it. So I'm sure you're like, well, you can, and then they're like, no. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't even sound confident. So why am I going to do that? Now it's like, why am I getting charged, Tiffany? And of course you're like, you know what I'm saying? So instead just be like, hey, are you liking what you're drinking? Cool. We are going to switch you. This is what we're going to do. This is what you're going to pay. You are not locked in. You can skip any, and I even tell them, cancel. You don't like it? Cancel. Skip a month. And I send them the graphic.
If your customers skip a month and they're a discount coach, are they considered still an active coach?
I can't hear you.
If you sign up a discount coach, can you hear me?
Now I can, yeah.
Okay. I don't know. Maybe I just need to talk really loud. I don't know. If you sign up a discount coach, but they go every other month, are they inactive for that month?
Yes. So if they don't order 50 PV a month, they go inactive.
That sucks.
That does. I know. That's why you need to build your legs. So the second that someone's like I just had a girl today. She's been ordering for like 5-6 months. Told me that she's going to skip because she has so much Shakeology. I can't argue with that. The girl's been drinking it for like literally 5-6 months. So I just said, okay, like that's because I told her that from the very beginning. If you don't want it, skip a month. If you want to cancel it. Like, be open with them. Hey, like, save money. If not, cancel it. That's fine. Whatever. And then they're more like, okay, you know what I'm saying? They have the graphic. They have your confidence. They like what they're drinking. You're not like forcing them to drink Shakeology and save money. Like, you're helping them. And that's what, when it comes to being a diamond rank, all of those discount coaches, you're helping them. You're helping them save money. You're helping them continue with their nutrition. So I can even send you, I'll have to like go back because I have a couple girls switching over that I legit was like, hey, I see you're still ordering full price. Did you want to switch over? Okay. And I would tell you, like, I've never had a single person come back at me and be like, you did not tell me I was being charged $15.95, because I did. I may not have said it at that time, but I did send you the graphic and you read it. And anyone that's asked me, why do I need to enter my social security card? That's a big one too. Why do I have to enter my social? because Beachbody doesn't know the difference between a business coach and a hobby coach, and they don't know when to tax you. Oh, okay. But you have to ask, especially, do you still have people ordering full price?
I have one girl, and I told her, I said, Jill, I said, this is the third month. I said, why don't we switch you over to the discount option? She said, okay. So, like, that one was easy because I had leverage to go off of.
Mm-hmm.
For 3 months. But it's the new people that I'm just not comfortable, and I need to get there. But it's the $15 that's holding me back because they're going to want to know why. And then I'm like, I don't know, you know?
Yeah, I would just say it's your business fee. And I'm trying to think of like another way. See, and I've never even had anyone ask because it's all in the graphic.
Okay.
You know, like, and if they did, I think in the past, I've just been like, oh, unfortunately, you do get a business fee, but you get a coach fee, but you're not coaching unless, you know, down the road you wanted to coach, then you would make your money back for that.
And all of my challengers for the last 3 months, only one person said that they didn't like the product. So I feel like I could go back to all of my people. I think it's my computer. It's not yours, it's mine.
No, I can only see like the top of your eyes. So I'm like trying to look.
It's because at like the volume. I don't know what's wrong with my computer tonight. But I'm saying is like all of my challengers, only one has said that they don't like it. So I'm not giving them the benefit of saving the money because it's holding me back because I just need to get over it. That's all.
Yeah. And you're not being fake or scam artisty. Like you're saving them money. They're not paying $135 plus. They're paying $99 plus. They're paying essentially $116. That's 25% off. You're not lying to them. And I'll be very surprised. You can even send me their conversations. I'll be shocked if you start having people that argue back with you and are like, why? Like half the time they're just going to read it. They're going to see the 25% off. They're going to read that they're getting charged. But those graphics do a really good job at explaining, okay, like this is what you have to pay. And then I think it'll be okay. I'll send you my email of when I send people. Like after a week, I can send all of it to you. Tiffany, I think I've sent it to you. But yeah, that's a great question. And I'm trying to think, I feel like MK might have like a way better answer, but she's also super blunt. So I feel like that she would just tell me to tell you like, because that's what we're doing. So it's like, I'll think of it. My answer is always just like, because you're getting a business, you're paying business fees like we are.
Is it like a Costco membership-ish kind of thing? That's what Reed said. He was like, just tell people it's like a Costco membership. I was
like they're just paying that $15 a month to be a part of Costco?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because these discount coaches, again, we're all signing up the same way. We're all signing up the same way at Costco too. It is just like Costco. Yeah, there you go, Reed. So read your new business builder. Perfect, Reed. Is they are entitled to, they're getting the coach starter pack. They're getting a coach profile. They're just not making it because they're not selling anything. So they're not using it. Does that make sense? But if they were to start selling, they would have to make that profile because that's how Beachbody knows that you are actually selling, and then it all goes in line. But they're not because they don't want to sell. They're just discount coaches. But if they wanted to, like, they don't have to do that. Does that make sense? Like the training and all that stuff that we do, you don't have to do that. That's why anyone can sign up to be a Beachbody coach. You just log on, sign up, and you get a starter pack in the mail, and you get a coach profile. So nowadays it's hard because we have social media, but before people would just get on Beachbody and look and see people's profiles and read their info, and then they would sign up underneath you. So that's a little easier then, but that's a good question. I'll send you my email. Do you guys have any other questions? We have 4 minutes and 30 seconds.
One more.
Yeah.
You got points for completion packs.
You do. You get 2.
I signed up somebody and they're not active. Like, she had the 3-month subscription. She upgraded her account to include Lift 4. But I got no points for her.
I would call because I'm missing 4 points right now.
Okay. Because it sucks because I'm at Success Club 5 then. And right now I'm sitting at 4 because her completion pack.
I would definitely call, but give it a couple days. Like I've been bugging them because I'm like, where are my 4 points? And they're like, it's the system. Like it's updating in the system, but as long as you know that you have successfully hit SC5, then, but I would definitely make sure you get those points in because August 31st rolls around and that might be a pain. But yeah, completion packs are 2. She got like Shakeology.
Even if they're no, because she's on the 3-month membership. She's on the quarterly membership.
So that's not a completion pack. A completion pack is like the 140 because they're getting.
So then I don't get any points for her then. Okay.
Yeah. A completion pack is just completing their bod. So if someone has bod for $99, they're essentially just paying for a bag of Shakeology. That's why it's 140 because it's completing their challenge pack. So yeah, you could ask her. Tell her she's saving more money.
Well, I told her she's going to renew it at the end of the year and get a bod.
Okay. Anything else, you guys? We have 3 minutes. Let's use them wisely. No? Anything for the good of the cause? We're all doing well. We're good. Tiffany, your wedding planning, that's going good.
I don't want to do it anymore.
I know. And then it's so sad because then it's just over and you're like, all of that for one day.
I'm coming up on my 1-year wedding anniversary. I'm like, aw, I had nothing to plan for this year.
I'm done. See, Tiffany, but that's something you can be talking to girls that are wedding planning. That's like a huge market. All the brides.
Do you follow girls that tone it up? Do you find like if they're toning it up? Like, I don't know how that tone it up stuff works, but is it like
Sorry, what? Do I follow? No, I already took it. Do I follow Tone It Up Girls?
Yes, but like how does that work? Is it subscription wise? So if like one of their or BBG girls, like how do I? Is that bad? Should I not try to switch them to Beachbody?
You're breaking up a lot, but no. Tiffany, Kelsey, and I actually all started Tone It Up together. Well, not together, but we all came from Tone It Up, and I still have. I still talk to a lot of Tone It Up girls. A lot of them are like die hard Tone It Up, where they will not. I say convert, even though it's not converting, but like switch over. But like lately, one of our new coaches, lately, she's like legit talks about Tone It Up all the time, and she kind of like you'll never know who you kind of can get, but I know that Tone It Up is a like help me out. It's like what, like a month membership, and then all the videos that used to be free are not free anymore, so they're paying on top of that. And their nutrition guide is on top of that. So they're just spending a ton of money. So you're going to see a lot of Tone It Up girls that are starting to get sick of paying all that money. So I wouldn't give up on them because they are looking for that. They don't have the community like we do where we have these fun groups and stuff.
I'm not giving up. I'm just not following. I like will find a profile. I'm like, oh, they're doing BBG.
No, I wouldn't. And like Kelsey follows a lot of what Lauren Gleis, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what's nice is they have these challenges, so 5 week, 8 weeks. So then a lot of them are looking for something once
In between.
done. I do notice though they're having more challenges back to back, not looking as often, but sometimes you'll have those gaps too.
Yeah, I would still talk to them. Okay, it's gonna hang up on us. Any questions, ask. But yeah, you guys, you push. You have a couple more days, and you guys will all be at SC5, and it'll be great. And then we'll do another call whenever we want, but we'll do one for next month. Okay. Let me know if you have any questions. Good luck wedding planning.
Bye.
Bye.